Here is Hampton Court, and we're going to go walk through history today. Queen Anne and Henry were here. They spent a lot of time here, and this is one of the many places where their drama unfolded. And there are still parts of Anne's emblem that are on display here that they failed to get rid of after they had executed her. In their haste for Henry to get married to Jane Seymour, they tried to get rid of any sign of Anne's existence. In a couple places they actually failed. So we're going to go walk in, we're going to meet with history, and it's going to be an adventure. Come with me.
Nearly half of the palace was demolished and reconstructed by King William III in the late 17th century, and also by King George I and II, fashioned in the Baroque style. No matter what era, the spirits of history can still be felt walking the complex. Just outside the entrance to Henry VIII's apartments is Anne Boleyn's gateway. No doubt she passed through here, and above your head lies a memory of their union, the A and H symbol as it would have been 500 years ago. Just outside the gateway is Henry's astronomical palace clock, installed in 1540. 4 years after Anne's death. It is still functioning even today. And this fountain, a replica that King Henry had taken to France that poured not water, but wine. And as we move inside the palace, we come to the Great Hall. Its tapestries, the originals hung by Henry, though they've lost a bit of their luster over the centuries. Though quite dark in this light, you can see Anne and Henry's joint symbol on the wall, missed from when all signs of Anne were to be removed from the palace after her execution. And it's at this table where Henry and Anne sat to watch over the parties and guests, danced and feasted.
Got my voice recorder right here.
It's down this hall where it's rumored that the ghost of Henry's fifth wife, Catherine Howard, also beheaded at the Tower, occasionally likes to roam. And then we enter Henry's privy chamber, where he met with his advisors to conduct and carry out his wishes. It would have been here that some of the discussions to break with Rome in order to marry Anne might have taken place, and certainly about her downfall. Of course, Henry and Anne loved the grounds at Hampton Court. Today, though they are different from Anne's time, they still cast a sense of what living in royal style must have been like. Back inside, we visit the amazing Chapel Royal. The chapel was built in the late 1520s by Cardinal Thomas Wolsey. It was embellished by Henry VIII, including the magnificent ceiling, which he had constructed and painted in 1535 and 1536 while married to Anne Boleyn. In 1537, Henry would mourn the untimely passing of his third wife, Jane Seymour, in this space.
I got to tell you, being at Hampton Court is just as potent as being at the Tower of London. I mean, the history through there just literally oozes out of the walls. To sit there in the Great Hall where King Henry and Anne and all of his other queens would have entertained guests and dignitaries was just amazing, just incredible. So I have quite a bit of audio to go through from my digital voice recorder. I was able to sneak it around occasionally. Kind of tough because it was seemed to be a school day for a lot of little kids, so a lot of noise through there. So I tried to find those areas where I would not get too much, if any, contamination. But so I've got this to do, and we'll see if I'm as lucky with Hampton Court as I was with the Tower of London. I'll let you know. Well, I just finished listening to the audio that I took at Hampton Court today. Lots of contamination. There were so many tourists in there. The halls and everything were very, very huge, so there was a lot of echo effect. So I didn't get anything that was really in my face like what I had there at the tower yesterday with that one EVP. However, the very first session that I did sounded like somebody had whispered my name. It was rather faint. I've tried to pull it out and enhance it. I'm not sure how well it'll come across without listening to headphones for some people. But I'll continue to work with it, but it does sound like somebody is saying Jeffrey as the EVP. Again, not as in your face as the tower, but I think it's dang interesting that in both places it sounds like somebody has mentioned me by name. Is this the spirit of Anne Boleyn? Can't say for certain, but several weeks before making this trip, I did make the request, the intention to Anne's spirit that to please, if she could, come through at both the tower and at Hampton Court, and making herself identifiable by saying the same thing. I had no idea that my name would be used, but it does sound like in both places somebody mentioned me by name. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Like me on Facebook at Jeffrey Marks Author, and follow me on Twitter. Remember, you were born a perfect spirit, so be sure to have a spirited day. See you next time.